Everyone should stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Without a strong IT partner, your business ends up overspending, underperforming, wearing too many hats, complicating your work, and more. Applied Connective Technologies can help with experts in every facet of technology. If it plugs in, powers on, or charges up, they're your people. Imagine being able to call one team for all your technology solutions rather than a village of vendors and providers. For all your needs in managed IT and cybersecurity, phone systems, physical security, infrastructure, and audio or video, head to appliedconnective.com to better your business today.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just the professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends. Health LNK is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. Health LNK provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacements, snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a Health LNK subscription. Find your missing link with Health LNK today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers. The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No tag-ons, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hey, Nebraska! Registration is officially closed for the 40th Annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Welcome to Ticket Weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back into Ticket Weeknights. Once again, Harrison runs on the ones and twos. As always, just wrapped up with Speed and Power. You can always go back on YouTube to rewatch that, or the Dome Punt Hour, or one-on-one with DP. That all took place starting at 6 o'clock. But this is what's brewing with Chancellor. 402-464-5685. You guys want to join in, as we have no Royals on the airwaves tonight. We won't have Royals on the airwaves up until Friday, actually. So great time to use the Starter Heyman text line if you want to join in with the former Husker. You can also put a face to the voice, Facebook, YouTube, and Allo Channel 961. Currently, no X, but shortly should be there pretty soon. Chancellor, how's it going? Absolute scorcher today.
It's going great. It's going great. And yeah, it's hot. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's hot. Yeah. But I'm blessed, bro. Blessed. Can't complain. Really can't complain at all. How's your week? Weekend was good, Harrison? Everything was good?
Yeah, it was a great weekend.
Yeah, I had a great weekend too.
It's weird how much you don't reflect on your weekend, because you get to Monday and you just immediately forget about everything. You're just like down on the dumps again. Even though this Monday I came in with a little better attitude, practicing the better mindsets.
I love it. And that's what we're going to get into right now.
It works.
So they say this is what they saying. They say wisdom is knowledge applied, right? So the only way you can gain wisdom is not just merely through knowledge, but you got to apply the knowledge to get the wisdom. Okay. So I'm going to speak to you on something I have wisdom in.
Okay.
I'm not going to speak to you on something I know. I'm going to speak on something I got wisdom in. And it's a phrase that I say. It's changed over the years, but it's a phrase. Like, there's phrases that I say when something doesn't go my way. And if anyone see me inside my house, which I hope no one sees me inside my house, but whenever something happens, I will not move on to the next thing in my day until I change my whole mind about it. I literally will not move. Like, I'll stay on it for 3 hours if I have to until I change my mind. And this is what I'm fixing to tell y'all. That's a little Southern slang for you. That's where I was born. They would probably say something like that. But
all right, y'all.
So let's say something happens, right? Let's say bad news come in. The phrase I say is, "This comes to bless me." There's no other way. This has come to bless me. This is an opportunity for it to bless me. Like, I'm getting blessed through this. So in saying that, every cell in your body listens to everything you say. If you've heard the Warrior Within Wellness segment, we talked about how there was a study, and there was two plants. They spoke life into one and they spoke death into one. And the one that they spoke, like, evil words to, it died. And the one he spoke good words to lived, right? And flourished and grew and all that stuff. So your cells in your subconscious mind, which that dictates basically how you feel, your actions, all that stuff. So if you shift your subconscious mind, your whole body changes as well. So I promise you this. I wouldn't say this is going to help you. This will help you if you apply it. There's no if, ands, or buts. Next time something happened in your life where you're like, dang, this really got me, or you just have a negative mindset, this will change your life. Say, this has come to bless me. Every single time, this has come to bless me. And bless simply just means favor. This will be good for me. Or you could change it. This is a positive situation. This will work for my good. I promise you that would change your life. And you hear the passion in my voice. Why? Because I know it. It's more than a belief. It's once a belief turns into conviction, you can't tell nobody nothing. So that's what I got for y'all.
That makes sense though.
Yeah.
Because if you get a challenge in front of you, you're just like, man, this is daunting, as opposed to saying this challenge will benefit me.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's the way to do it, right? Like, kind of what you're talking about. Like, if you see something awry, my Hyundai got hit on a Monday.
Yeah.
How am I going to handle this situation? What am I going to make about it? I'm going to make this guy's day even worse, even though he's in the wrong, or I'm going to take one on the chin here and just do the right thing and try to figure it out because that's where I could always use work.
Right.
Like temperance, having a short fuse. I got to extend that fuse out sometimes.
Because think about it. If as a man thinketh in his heart, where's the heart? You can't think in your heart. So the heart technically is the subconscious of your mind, right? And that's where everything flows from. Everything flows from that. So if you can focus on fixing your subconscious, everything else follows. Everything else follows. And you become a dangerous person. I mean that in a very positive way. You become a dangerous person when things happen whatever, and you view it as this is an opportunity. I'm gonna get blessed through this. Like that's a danger. People want to be around that person. That becomes an interesting person. That becomes a positive person. That then your positivity, it overflows into other people's situation, and they're like, wait, hold on, there's something different about this guy. Why is he so positive? I just saw something negative happen, and then people start asking questions, and so
those guys are the best guys to hang out with.
exactly.
Like, you ever notice when you're around one of those guys that turns everything into a positive situation?
Yeah.
Like, life's just a breeze. Like, I'll never forget it. One of my buddies, I got his Jeep, or no, I got his truck just stuck in the ditch. It was just an awful situation. But you have a guy who's just like, nah, we'll get my Jeep, I'll tow it out of there. And like, it's crazy when you just have that feeling of like, we'll figure it out, as opposed to just sitting there and whining and thinking negatively about it for a while. Like, it's crazy how fast we got that done, and how it was, honestly, it was kind of funny at the end of it all. Like, you realize it's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty minor.
And if you just think of, man, life is just one big game, and I win at everything. Now, if the universe is framed, this is going to get a little wonky for some people, but if you got ears to hear it, you can hear it. If the universe is framed off of words, right?
I'm going to use that. If you got ears to hear it, hear it.
Yeah, if you got ears to hear it, hear it. If the universe is framed off of words, right? And one of the principles in the universe is your words have power. Right? Your words change situations. Your words change the condition of things. Your words change the state of things, right? Then what we say is literally the most powerful thing ever. Ever. And what we tell ourselves dictates like how we feel about ourselves, how we finna go about our day, and everything. So I'm just telling you, try it. Try it this week. Try it tonight. Maybe something happened this week. Maybe something happened today. Maybe something happened right now that got you on your last nerve, or you feel like, man, why is it always me? Or da. Instead, just say, this has come to bless me. And say it over and over, and then change it up a little bit. I'm successful at whatever I do. There's nothing that I'm never successful at. Change it up a little bit. And then boom, I'm telling you, outcomes will come. But you gotta stick with it.
Yeah. It's tough too. And like, I do feel for some people that kind of have like the woe is me attitude, because sometimes it legitimately is like, you could look at it and be like, yeah, you know, really do got a woe case, but like at the end of the day, regardless, like it's just going to continue to manifest that way if you want to keep saying it.
Exactly.
So even if you're totally in the right and you did have just so many bad cards, if you continue to think that way, it actually won't get better.
It will not
stay there.
It will not, and it will get worse. It will get worse. But that's quarter century wisdom for today. What I want to get into first is obviously college football. NCAA 25.
Yeah, did you buy it?
No, I didn't.
Okay. It's just college football 25. It's not even NCAA.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah.
College football 25 came out at what, 3 a.m. this morning, 4 a.m. some places?
For the early cats, yeah.
4 a.m., 3 a.m. I seen all the guys, Nebraska team, and, you know, players I know across the country, they playing it with themselves, and it's probably a great experience.
Yeah. Dylan Real has got like some crazy looking arms though.
Really?
They messed up on it. I mean, they are just tiny cylinders arms. It looks like he hasn't ever hit the gym.
Really?
Honestly. Like, yeah, it looks like his forearms just look like the bone and no muscle.
Oh, brother.
Which, you know,
college
football, how many teams, how many players, like there's a lot of work to do.
Right.
So I'm not going to nitpick it like crazy. Haven't played it. Looks awesome.
Looks fantastic.
Looks really good.
Looks fantastic. I think it's awesome for the players. Like, I could imagine last NCAA game, for folks that don't know, for the older folks that's watching, NCAA has been a game that has been well regarded as probably better than Madden when it was out.
Oh, the basketball ones too. You forget, better than 2K.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So
14 was the last one for that as well.
They stopped making them. NCAA 14 was the last one. And now they drop college football 25. And, you know, they have pretty pretty semi-accurate attributes for each player. Not too descriptive, of course, because you're looking at, you know, thousands of players. But the guys are playing it right now. People across the nation are playing it, and the content that is coming from it. If you want to go get some good content, go watch some of these streamers play it against players. Yeah,
I can't help. Did you happen to catch It was Travis Hunter on
Oh my
Colorado.
gosh. We could talk about that in a serious sense. And we could laugh about it and then talk about it seriously. So there was a clip that Shador Sanders and Travis Hunter was playing together. And this is no shade on any of them. I'm just going to talk from a locker room perspective, right? So Shador is scrambling, whatever, in the game, college football 25.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets outside the pocket. He's about to break the pocket. He gets sacked, right? On one of the O linemen in the game. They're playing as Colorado. Allows a sack to happen. And Travis Hunter says a comment and says,
someone asked, is the offensive line realistic? On the comment as they're streaming. And then
and then he basically said, like, this is like real life. And so he was implying that the O line doesn't block well for Colorado. So I have a few things. And Shador Sanders came out and tweeted, I seen it. He said, oh, he was talking about last year's play. All right. we finna get into this. And this ain't no shade on them. I just think it's very immature.
I think that's been a kind of continuous thing for
And this ain't from like no Nebraska rival. This is like just like from like ball player to ball player, man to man. Like there was guys on that O line that are there right now, right? And so you go into the locker room after Big Ten media or not Big Ten.
They're gonna. Colorado's still hanging on there,
right? So where was that event at? Was
that's a great question. Yeah, I have no idea because they had a bunch of these players. They had just YouTubers. They kind of brought them all together to kind of like test and try it out.
Yeah. So whatever this event was, they go back to their locker room, bro, and you already know the group chats is getting hit. I know how it is. The group chat's getting hit already. Y'all see that? Bro, that bro foul, like like woo woo. But because he making 3-4 mil, and they making whatever, or there's guys that fighting for a job still, the integrity of the situation is thrown off, and so now you got a guy who, he gonna be a first rounder, a high second, I would say first rounder, unless he
definitely first.
Yeah, unless something crazy happens, right? And then you got guys on the team that are equally as important if they want to win. Because if you don't have a good O-line, you saw last year, you don't win a game.
Yeah, you get 4 wins.
Exactly.
You give up 20 points to Stanford.
Exactly. You don't win.
After tweeting at your gear at halftime.
You don't win. So what does that do for the team, though? That kills the morale of the team. It kills the chemistry. It kills relationship. It kills and Shador's right there next to him, and he's the quarterback. So how does the as your 5 O linemen, your 5 protectors of one person, the one person allows those words to be said, and there's no defense, like, hey bro, chill. At least, right? And then to come to his defense afterwards, I think it's very the etiquette in it, like just of like college football in itself and football, the camaraderie, the chemistry, the relationship of football. The etiquette's terrible.
There's 2 ways I see it. Like, I think sometimes it works, but it's a very rare human. Where, like, there are those leaders out there that have the respect of their team, and they're talking crazy to their team because they are that good and they demand that much.
But to the public.
Even to the public. Like, they'll be...
on stream, but in an interview, that's different. Streaming a video game...
Yeah, that one just feels like a slip up. But like I'm saying, like I could see a Jordan doing that. Now I'm not saying they're Jordan, but I'm saying those are the heights you have to reach if you
like
can
a
be
Kobe.
That guy.
You're talking about like Kobe, like get in an interview and say we suck tonight, we couldn't make a 3.
Yeah, that's why I say it's very rare.
Yeah,
and like he isn't there because again, you lost to Stanford, you didn't go bowling, you haven't accomplished anything yet.
Right.
You aren't that guy yet. Now he could be, but right now he's not.
Yeah, and he's a great football player. He's gonna do great things. That's not what I'm saying. It's just the simple fact of you want to win games at a college level. How can you do that by, especially the hole in the nucleus last year was the O-line for Colorado. Widely known, everyone knows that.
Why would you want to play O-line for Colorado right now? Like just from the outside looking in. Like, and this sounds so terrible. But like the last 2 years have just been bashing Colorado's offensive line. from inside
Right.
and outside.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm just saying, it's not a great recruiting pitch
Right.
if you're thinking about playing offensive line for Colorado right now, because it's been a rough 2 years. You've been a target of the media,
Right.
inside and outside.
Yeah, I don't really know how to respond to that.
Well,
because
my Nebraska Reds bleeding through.
because I wouldn't. Yeah, Colorado wouldn't be a destination place. It would have to be more of a Dion thing if I'm going to Colorado.
And I understand that.
Yeah,
too.
like I want
trust
to.
in Dion.
Yeah, I want to go learn from Dion. I want to experience the benefits that they have, the exposure, the coaching, all that stuff. Be
Mhm.
around greats. I want to experience it now. Yeah, yeah. That's how I.
It's just that position group in particular has been really just picked on like crazy.
Yeah.
And like part of it's true, and part of it's like you kind of knew this was coming the way you're rebuilding it.
Right.
So then just like have them get bashed on when you kind of knew it heading into the season, and then they're just getting dunked on regardless. It's
Right.
like just felt like it was going to be a long year, and that's what it was. And now, did you expect, since we're on Colorado, the downfall they would have after beating TCU? Like that was kind of part of the conversation was TCU. They're not as good as they were last year. They're obviously losing their quarterback. They're losing a lot of key pieces. But Colorado does beat them, and TCU isn't just this terrible team. They don't go bowling, though, so maybe they were. Were you expecting that from Colorado to fall apart the way they did?
Well, the context, the pretext for the TCU situation, obviously you lose you lose all basically I think it was you lose 18 guys.
Yeah, why am I blanking on the quarterback who was in the Heisman race?
Will Duggan or
Will Douglas. No.
Will Duggan?
Duggan,
yeah. So you lose him, Quentin Johnson, their other slot. You lose their Mike Line, but you lose like half the team, right? And then you literally come out there. Yeah, you was a runner up, of course, or you was in the college playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not the same team, so going into the situation, you kind of see like, oh, and they was kind of having like a dogfight in that game.
Yeah, they were.
They didn't seal it until like late fourth. But then you go obviously and play Nebraska, and Nebraska was really struggling when they played them last year. Not really knowing the identity of the offense. I don't think they really ever got it figured out last year. And then
they actually played pretty well. Honestly, that first half, as bad as the turnovers were, that was the crazy part.
Right. They came out first drive. Jeff threw the ball really good. Gabe ran the ball good. There were some good things that happened, and then obviously the fumble bug happened and turnover bug, and but even to start the second half off, Jeff breaks at like 87-yard touchdown.
Yeah, I thought he was going to shake it off right there.
Yeah. But going from that game, yeah, you go to ASU and you win a close one. I think that's the only other win I can remember. Because you go,
yeah, and it was Duggan, by the way. We said Duggan's.
They beat Colorado State. That was in a great game. They beat Colorado State. They beat TCU. They beat Nebraska, and they beat ASU. That's when Shador goes up to the fans and does the whatever. Yeah. I don't know. I got an Apple Watch. Yeah, I actually just got an Apple Watch the other day. Great investment. I didn't really invest.
Enjoy it for 18 hours?
Why? What happened?
Battery dies always.
Oh, really?
Yeah, pretty fast.
Okay, good. That's good. Appreciate it. I didn't know that.
Yeah, just gotta keep prep. No, I'm trying to find their schedule here. So I'm looking at what they have ahead this year.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So you get those four wins, and I think the expectation now this year would be simply to fix the offensive struggles. I would love to see their rushing yards per game on defense, how they stop the run. Because now joining the Big Ten, that's going to be a huge thing for them. I mean, they did a pretty good job against Nebraska stopping the run. But we're talking so early in the year when Nebraska.
And I'll be honest, they did not really do that good of a job. Like, I'm just being real here. Like, their offense, I'll give Shador credit being very precise, but you got to really. The field position in that game was insane for him. The amount of momentum they had was like. The fact that they didn't get to 40 points is kind of surprising.
No, 100%.
So then they just put 42 on TCU.
Yeah.
Now, Colorado won. Not like trying to make excuses for Nebraska. There was no way we were going to win the one that we were playing that day. But yeah, so Colorado, they beat TCU. That was kind of the shocker. Hindsight being 2020, we find out TCU definitely did lose a lot of talent, and it is impacting. Then they beat Nebraska. Then they get Colorado State is a good win. I'll give them that one. Then they get to Oregon, and that's when the wheels fell off, 42-6.
Yeah, and that was a game where you saw the level in play, the difference. You saw Oregon's offense. You saw Bo Nix play at a new level. That was kind of like the ascending of Bo Nix during the season, climbing to the peak. And then obviously I think he got sacked like eight or 9 times. He might have got sacked double digits in that game. It was hard to watch. And Shedeur was making the right reads, checking down. Like he does the right things. Like one thing I noticed in his tape, like if the check down is if the check down is open, he gonna take it. He don't risk a lot of things. He's a really smart guy. You can tell by the way he plays, he's really well prepared.
He scares me for when the Nebraska plays him. What makes me feel good is our defense. If you don't have like a defense that you have feel good with the pass rush, that's pretty scary because he's good enough to where he gets surgical. Like if you want to give him time, like you said, he really can just work through every single progression until there's nothing and he'll take off and scramble. But he rarely makes the wrong read. So if you give him time and even let him be comfortable reading it, like and especially when he's got elite weapons out there for wide receivers as well. You don't think Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders can get on the same page and make a quick scramble play. Like you can't give him time. He'll cut you up.
And it would be interesting to see the dynamic of how they use Travis Hunter this year. And I'm sure, like as a coach, I'm not a coach, but I would probably go back and look at the drives that they did well against, like the drives he did good on defense and played a lot of snaps, see what he did on offense and vice versa. When he went for, 60 yards on a drive on offense, and then he flips around and plays defense, because the only reason I say that, on my YouTube channel, I broke down the TCU and Colorado game, and it got like the comment section was ridiculous, right? Because everyone thought I was hating, right? But when you looked at what happened after Travis Hunter caught a big play on offense and he flipped around and went to defense, because you're looking at like 130 snaps, right? Usually average, you're like 60, 70. He gave up 3 touchdowns that game, and people didn't realize it. And so when you look at it, you're like, wait, is it really worth it? You know what I'm saying? And that's the point I was trying to make in those videos, and people didn't like it.
Well,
but it's okay.
It's rare to find rationality these days.
Right.
It's far and few in between. I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of great people out there. That was way too broad. But let's just quick go through the schedule, and then we'll throw it to our first break here. Rapid fire. I do say beating Colorado State, good win, getting absolutely.
And it was a tight one.
Through. Yeah.
It was a tight one
35-43. They just squeak it out. But then of course Oregon, we said it 42-6. USC closer than you might expect. USC, the defense though, again, hindsight being 2020, you realize that defense was just not very good. 48-41. They still lose it. They do beat Arizona State. Then the Stanford game. The Stanford game's insane. That's to me when the wheels fell off. Ultimate for Colorado, because I'm like, how do you just completely implode like that? And that's again where I'm not saying it was Shedeur Sanders. It might have been his manager, but even if it's the manager, what the hell are you doing tweeting out gear at halftime? Because they were up by a lot. It just felt like a bad PR move.
Right.
Then UCLA, losing to UCLA after losing to Oregon State. You lose to Arizona, and then 14-56 versus Washington State. Like that, that's why I'm very curious about what this Colorado team is going to look like, because yes, they had some highlights. They got beat on really bad after some of those highs. One from text line. Great way to wrap up this segment, actually. Thunder Not Collins. TCU was dog water, and they scored 17 points off 3 turnovers with great field position against Nebraska. Talking about Colorado's game versus Nebraska.
There you go.
So don't go anywhere. What's Brewing? Chancellor Brewington, the host to my left. Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s. We'll talk to you on the other side.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at pahlincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, our passion. For happier, healthier furry friends.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Health LNK is elevating the human experience with holistic health, weight loss, nutrition, fitness, and wellness solutions. They offer one-on-one health coaching while personalizing nutrition and wellness plans for structure and simplicity. Health LNK provides nutritious foods such as high-protein entrees, meal replacements, snacks, and supplements. But that's not all. If you mention 93.7 The Ticket, you'll get a 5% discount on your order and $20 off your first month if you start a Health LNK subscription. Find your missing link with Health LNK today on the southeast corner of 70th and Pioneers.
IT issues wreaking havoc on your day? It's time to hire the experts. It's time to hire Hamilton. When it comes to your business, you don't have time to worry about network security, data backup, and protection, or support when devices slow down or stop working. At Hamilton, we ensure that your technology is up to speed and works as hard as you do. Don't let IT issues slow you down. You deserve better. Hire Hamilton at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Take your internet service to new levels with Allo, your award-winning internet provider across our fiber hoods. Allo isn't just about the fastest internet available. It's about connecting you to your world, work, and play seamlessly. Our award-winning service ensures affordable, secure, and reliable connectivity, setting us apart. Ready to transform your internet experience? Experience the fiber difference today. Sign up now at allofiber.com. Allo, connecting your world.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Hey guys, it's Bill Bush. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty has opened a new location in Pender, Nebraska, in addition to their office in Lincoln. The real estate world can be confusing, so why wouldn't you want an expert helping you every step of the way? If you're looking to buy or sell farmland in Nebraska, Kansas, or Iowa, give Ethan Sorensen a call today at 402-380-0432 or visit them online at nextagrealestate.com. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty with locations in Lincoln and now Pender, Nebraska.
Hey Nebraska, registration is officially closed for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
NEPCO is hiring CDL drivers for ready-mixed concrete, Husker Concrete, and Beatrice Concrete. NEPCO offers great pay, medical and retirement benefits, paid time off, and they pay for CDL training. Apply today and start your new career with a $2,500 hiring bonus. From Nebco's beginning in 1908, it's the employees that have formed the company's solid foundation. Start your career today. Visit nebcoinc.com. That's NEBCOINC.com.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line. Here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back to the Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back into What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington. The host, as always, to my left. Harrison runs on the ones and twos, 402-464-5685. You guys can join in as always. Put a face to the voice. Facebook, YouTube, and Allo channel 961. No Twitter yet. Hopefully we have that one back up for you guys tomorrow. Kind of wrapped up talking some college football. On this one, let's talk some USA basketball. So they played Australia today. USA basketball, not official 2024 Paris Olympics event yet, but in that exhibition, they barely scrape away with a 98-92 win, 6-point spread. Are you surprised at all to see USA basketball? They haven't been like in a position where it felt like they're really going to lose the game, but they haven't like dominated anybody yet.
Yeah, I think they're just figuring out their roster. Obviously, you saw Jason Tatum and Anthony Edwards going to the starting lineup. Edwards had 14 in the first quarter, didn't have anything after that, or first half. First quarter or first half. I don't know which one it was. But you go ahead and add those guys in there, and you sit. Who do you sit? You sit Drew, and I think D-Book was in there, or somebody else. Drew Holiday, Tyrese, one of those guys. But I think they're just trying to figure out their roster, and I don't think it's any concern. Braun only played 21 minutes. I think you got guys barely creeping into the 20s in minutes. So just finding out, getting everyone in rhythm. I'm sure Steve Kerr has a plan. He's no rookie to this. So yeah,
my hope is like they're getting in rhythm defensively at some point. Like I can understand that is a legitimate thing to be concerned. Like not concerned, but fair. It takes a while to understand. Even looking at Nebraska basketball, you kind of saw that how they wanted to attack teams, especially going up against the Zach Edey.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give him some benefit. That stuff does take time to come around. But what does scare me is Australia shooting a nice 49% from the field, 2-point percentage alone. They were shooting 57%.
Yeah. And
that's European basketball, though. That's why I always say we need to take a page out of their book for once, because they won't have scores in the hundreds. You'll never go, maybe in a very rare night, you won't see 110 to 122.
Mm-hmm.
You won't see, my Lord, the Pacers 104 to 155 versus the Celtics.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. But what you will see is 80s to 90 scores, but way higher efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
They take less shots because they use more of the shot clock, but they make the shots every time. And that's what gets the USA in trouble, is when you do run into an Australia who you don't really recognize most of the guys, if not a large chunk of those guys on that team. But they still put up incredibly efficient offense against what is supposed to be just a loaded USA team.
Yeah. So the way I look at it right now is they have 5 exhibition games before they get into.
What's the next one? Croatia?
Serbia. And then you got South Sudan and you got Germany. And obviously Serbia is probably going to be the hardest game.
You said Germany?
Yeah, in South Sudan. I don't know anybody.
It's probably going to be Serbia if Jokic is playing, which I think he is.
Right. So that's probably going to be your game where it's like, okay, boys, we got to saddle up for this one. It's on Wednesday. And then you get into real Olympic play after that, right? So the way I look at it is I think each game, the intensity will go up from now. I think Wednesday, we're going to see a big shift in lineups. I think they're going to play this a little bit more realistic. Obviously, you got South Sudan next. I think the intensity will go up a little bit too. I don't know if they're going to keep messing around with rosters. And I think by Germany, I would believe that the rosters would be set in stone. Meaning not rosters, the depth and the combination of guys, the first team, the second team, who on the first team plays good with the second team, who on the second team plays good with the first team, all that different stuff. Okay, we got a small lineup, a big lineup. I would assume that they're going through all these different lineups during this time and making sure that when they get into real playoff situations where game on the line, things matter. They've already run the set. They've already had the guys on the floor. The chemistry's already built to where when they get out there, now it's just like, we just got to be some dogs and be who we are.
And to your point, everybody who did not start played exactly 18 minutes, not a minute more, not a minute less.
Exactly.
And the starters all roughly around 21. Anthony Edwards, he got the most. He gets 27 minutes.
Give the young pup some time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Halliburton, he gets 18. I was surprised Halliburton didn't get more minutes, but I mean, I get it. But you look at across the board, definitely feels like they're still getting ready.
Yeah.
I am just amazed at how efficient these other teams are still playing us. Like, again, there is no world where I'm saying if I was seriously going to put real money on this, I'm not, out of 100 simulations, I'm going to pick the U.S. every single time. But I am just like a little bit surprised for how good this roster is that even in these exhibition games,
right?
I don't care if it's quote unquote they're not trying very hard. Like I don't get that part either because USA basketball, it's always been good, but FIBA, like things have been starting to add up where it feels like everybody else is catching up. Doesn't feel like a good time to relax,
right?
Especially with this kind of being the last big bang of these two generations kind of being part of this together.
Yeah, this is.
Like I can't imagine a world where LeBron doesn't get a gold this year because he's not going to have another shot after. So I think that we'll do it, but I wouldn't feel so relaxed about it.
Yeah. I think the first game in the actual Olympic Games, I think it's going to tell us a lot. And I'm sure Harrison just got a funny text on the text line.
No, that sounds good. You'll agree with Thunder, not Collins.
Okay.
You'll agree wholeheartedly. Let's be real. LeBron should only have as many minutes as his jersey number.
What's his jersey number?
Oh, I guess, yeah. LeBron wears the
6?
Yeah.
So he should have 6 minutes.
Yeah. I always forget LeBron switches jersey
Who
number.
texted that?
Thunder, not Collins. I think he's saying in terms of it's LeBron James.
Right, like right now.
Yeah.
Like right now. Okay. Yeah. I thought hey, my bad. I was gonna come for that smoke. I'm sorry, brother. I thought he was talking about
might be.
I thought he was talking about Olympic Games. During the Olympic Games. LeBron should only be playing 6 minutes. You're crazy, brother.
That's outrageous. Well, his stats here. I don't think he played great, to be honest.
Yeah, I think he only had like 10 points.
Yeah, 3 for 8, 1 for 4 on the 3-point line.
I'm fine with it.
Or excuse me, 2 for 4 from the 3-point line. That's not bad there. You'll take that. Nice 50%. 10 points.
Yeah. I would love to see how and D Book and Ant, I think they led the team with or D Book had 17 or was that he had 21?
No,
Anthony Davis had 21.
Anthony Edwards led the team.
With how much?
Only 14.
How much did Anthony Davis
5
have?
for 11. AD was did Anthony AD not start? Oh no,
he didn't. He
17 points.
17. Okay.
6 for 12.
Yeah. And how much do you see D Book on there?
Yeah, Devin Booker is in there as well. The young buck, 4 for 7, 16 points.
Okay. So I'm just so curious to see how Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker complement each other coming off the bench and all that stuff. That's gonna be a fun dynamic to see.
It does feel like Anthony Edwards is going to be the young guy, though, that does by far the best out of this. He's already got the trust with Steve Kerr. He played the most minutes out of everybody in that exhibition. He seems like a guy that's not going to want to come out, even if you tell him to come out. Yeah. Like, he seems the most hungry out of all the young players I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, he's a Atlanta baby. He's an Atlanta baby. And if you know anything about Atlanta folks, they is some confident people. I don't know what it is about Atlanta folks. They is some confident people, and I tip my hats to them. They built a little different.
Yeah, I've never been down there. I just know they got the crazy airport, massive airport.
They call that Black Hollywood.
Yeah, what do you think happened to the Hawks since 2021? Well, Speaking of Atlanta,
the Hawks in 2021.
Remember when they Trae Young and everyone's like, yeah, remember when he beats the Knicks and he's like talking trash in Madison Square Garden?
Yeah,
and
I do.
The Hawks were hitting this turning point, and Trae Young was like the next young superstar. and then they lose in the first round the next year, and then they lose in the first round the year after that, and then they're just out of the playoffs.
So what do I think about that?
Yeah, what do you think? What happened? How does that happen to a team that is just on top of the world, or even just Trae Young's case in particular, we're going from the star to fading out?
I think it happens by, I would say, you waited too long for the Trae Young. While Trae Young was hot, and he can get hot again. I know he just had surgery, or wasn't he hurt a little while ago?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you where he's currently at right now.
Yeah, but I think while he was hot, I think you got to get someone in there with him. I think you have to move the needle somehow, and I think that is by getting another star. They get DeJounte Murray, of course, but it's just like I don't know. I don't think that was the right fit.
Doesn't feel like enough.
Yeah.
And then they had that disastrous move where I don't know. It's just like they feel like they need a big that really plays well with them.
Right.
Because they had, I want to say, Clint Capella for a while there, and things kind of shaked out. But the Hawks, like, that's what I always feel like my fear for the Timberwolves. And I know some people will disagree because you look at the talent for the Timberwolves and it's so much better, but they're in the West. Like the whole thing for me is like that hype and excitement fizzles out so fast, and that's why the Hawks are a good example. That's why even the Bucks, they win one and all of a sudden it's gone. Like if you're in the West and you're the Timberwolves, say you lose to OKC, okay, the next year now the Nuggets catch you. Maybe it's the Mavs that catch you, or many of those teams in any order. 3 years in a row of that, we've seen how impatient people get,
right?
And those salaries get more expensive because Anthony Edwards, all those guys. Then you're gonna have to start cutting players, trading just to free up some room. Like those windows shut so fast. And I hope Timberwolves are fun to watch, but like some of these Western teams need to swap with the Eastern teams just to make it even. Like it's kind of bothers me.
For real.
It bothers me watching this juggernauts just beat up on each other. And then I go to the East and I'm like, I don't think none of you guys have a chance.
What happens if you throw let's say the Suns on the East? Where are they ranking?
Suns on the East. Well, I'd say right now, Celtics are number one, not even close.
Right.
76ers, Bucks, some sort of order. From there, Suns, probably.
Top 3, top 4 team.
Like, even with the Knicks and Pacers, I'd be like, I'd kind of bunch all of those guys together.
Now you throw Lakers last year over there.
I think if you give them just by their record, they're firmly in the playoffs.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, like they're maybe sitting just at the top of the play-in, but like they're all right.
6, 7.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, yeah. It's so interesting. Like you think about all the years when Bron, quote unquote, had the easy run in the East and all this different stuff, and now he's in the West, and it's a different ball game out there.
All right, that's a good idea for our next segment: conference realignment in the NBA.
Oh, I
we'll
love
do that
it.
next. Don't go anywhere. What's brewing with Chancellor Brewington? Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s, and Thunder Not Collins. Appreciate the comment. I'll be sure to pass it along during the break. Don't go anywhere. We'll keep it rolling.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey Nebraska, registration is officially closed for the 40th annual Cornhusker State Games, taking place July 11th through the 21st in Lincoln, Omaha, and other Nebraska communities. The Cornhusker State Games will feature 70 sports for athletes of all ages and abilities. If you didn't sign up but want to follow along for results or watch the action yourself, go to cornhuskerstategames.com. Thanks to our partners, Nebraska Orthopedic Center, Pepsi Cola, Nebraska Medical Association, and Farmers Mutual of Nebraska.
24/7 threat monitoring, expert tech support, streamlined communications. Allo has a solution for that. Protect your business with Allo Business. Comprehensive firewall security, Microsoft Teams voice-integrated communications, cybersecurity and IT support managed by experts. From productivity to peace of mind, Allo has a solution for that. Allo means business. Protect your business by visiting allofiber.com/business.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today. You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today. Soulful Casino in Havelock is a family-owned business, providing incredible food and service that'll have you craving more with every bite. Soulful Casino offers everything from pulled pork to fried chicken, catfish, ribs, and even quesadillas. You want sides? They've got them. From fries, green beans and baked beans, to collard greens, potato salad, and sweet dill corn. Stop by for lunch as they have specials Tuesday through Friday from 11 to 2 p.m. That's Soulful Casino, located in Havelock, where every bite you take fills the soul.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Highball Bar in downtown Lincoln is open and located just north of 11th and O Street. Highball Bar offers a vibe and atmosphere like no other, making it the perfect place to grab a drink or beverage. Highball Bar features great events such as Karaoke Sunday, $4 Cheetos on Mondays, Jack Daniel's specials on Wednesdays, and much more. Make Highball Bar your go-to spot after a hard day at work or on the weekend. Highball Bar, located at 122 North 11th Street in downtown Lincoln.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service, bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The weather is hot, the kids are out of school, and you're on your way to the lake and summer road trips. Are you getting to your vacation spot comfortably, or is your car letting you down? Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car barely surviving another road trip. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Layton and find your next ride for summer road trips and beyond. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Tune in every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. for the Malone Radio Show on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Don't miss the opportunity to learn about the Malone Community Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln and the surrounding area. It's the Malone Radio Show with Executive Director John Goodwin and Sports Director Mike Hunter every Wednesday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to The Ticket weeknights on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment. What's Brewing with Chancellor Brewington? The host is always to my left. On this one, we're going to do a little bit conference realignment. 402-464-5685. You guys want to put any last-second comments, feel free to do so. Shout out Thunder Knock Collins for joining us all night so far. So, Chancellor, I'll ask you first. Conference realignment. I'd imagine most of this is going to be taking teams in the West first, looking at their records.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many good ones.
Let's do it. I'm turned up for it.
Okay, which team first do you want to consider moving over to the East from the West? Who's swapping?
Give me the second best team on the West going over.
Ooh, okay. So you got the Nuggets. Who do you want to swap them out for?
I'll go Nuggets for Knicks. Where's Knicks at? 4 or 5?
Knicks are at number 2.
Yeah.
They're building something finally.
Knicks for Miami. Where's
they're all right. 46 and 36.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Nuggets and give me the Pistons.
Okay.
You can't have the Pistons and the Wizards. One team that won 14 games, and the other one that won 15.
Yeah.
They need some heavy talent to help balance that thing out. That's
So
atrocious.
then I'm going. I think OKC over there would be real nice.
They were the 1 seed. They could run it over there.
Yeah. I say OKC. You put OKC over there. Give me what's a bad East team? A really bad East team.
Okay, well the Wizards,
the East team with potential.
Hornets, Frisky, LaMelo Ball.
No.
Bryce McGowan's.
GBR, but no.
Okay,
Give me someone like a bad East team. What's their 10 seed?
Hawks, Bulls. This is how bad the East is.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Hawks or Bulls.
Now we're getting into. Okay, sorry. Let me give you a seed.
Okay.
Magic, Banchero. Got something going on there. Pacers, Halliburton, Siakam, Casey.
Okay, give me. Yeah.
Hey,
give me. Give me the Pacers. Give me the Pacers for OKC. I think now you look at that East. Who's number 1? Is it still the Celtics?
It's Boston. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's 2 now?
OKC. I really do. I mean, if they're number 1 in the West.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics team was just.
How many games did Celtics win last year?
64.
Okay, yeah. That's kind of hard.
They ran away. And it's again, makes sense. You're beating up on Eastern teams, but when they go and play the West, it's just like, oh no, these guys are good.
Yeah.
They're beating up everybody.
Right.
So that's why I think no matter what happens, even next year, as much as I'm high on the Denver Nuggets, and I think
I would
they'll be great.
Yeah.
I think it's Celtics going to run away with it again because they got more money to spend. They can keep those guys around despite having to be that much of a tax. All right, one more team. Let's swap one more here. Give me a West team that you'd love to see transition over.
Let's go a West team. A West
to East. I mean, they're going to swap, so you're going to.
Let's put Golden State over there.
That'd be fun.
That'd be pretty fun.
Geographically, the worst, but
yeah, that'd be terrible. That'd be terrible. Put Golden State over there and bring me like a bad. What's their 9 seed?
Dude, the Bulls will never win if you put them in the West. Don't do that to me.
Okay, let's go a little higher. What's their 5-6?
You're looking at like the Miami Heat, the Brooklyn Nets.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I like that.
Nets.
Put the Nets over there.
That'd be fun. One of the most Eastern teams, one of the most Western teams.
Yeah,
on a league
put
swap.
them over there. I'm sorry for the travel inconveniences for the teams, but
you know what I just realized? I think the most fun way, if you actually look at where all these teams are geographically, you'd be better off having the Northern and Southern Conference.
Who's winning that? Northern, Southern.
Okay, I think you're
Southern
North. You're gonna have your Boston. A lot of those teams in the North actually aren't that good anymore, though.
Yeah. South is loaded.
Yeah, you're looking at the South.
Yeah, South is loaded.
Outside of like Boston, there's not.
You might just have to go national and American.
You get the Bucks. Does Denver fall in the North or South?
Denver would be South.
Okay, OKC is definitely South.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
because it's above. Yeah, you're getting into some scary waters there.
Yeah, and then you get the Clippers.
Yeah.
Dallas Mavericks. Ooh.
Should go was 2K the Ballers and the Ringers?
A great poll. Memory unlocked as we go ahead and wrap up the night here. The Ringers and the Ballers be a great rebranding. Who knows? Adam Silver might think of something like that. But
let me know. That's trademarked. I'm trademarking that.
I think 2K beat you too.
Yeah. Facts.
Appreciate you guys listening. That's gonna wrap it up for Ticket Weekends. Again, you guys can always join back in tomorrow. We'll be back live. Early break, 6 a.m. all the way back through Ticket Weeknights, where I will join you again starting at 6 p.m. Appreciate you listening. We'll do it again tomorrow.